Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. It's that time again for another episode of Start Being Visible with me, Mildred Talabi. Now, this is the LinkedIn Live show, where I share with you everything you need to know about being visible on LinkedIn. That's right, being visible, in my definition, means being seen, heard, and remembered for all the right reasons. And if you're here on LinkedIn and you're a business person, you want to be seen, heard, and remembered by your ideal clients. You want to be seen, heard, and remembered by your target audience, so that you can be able to reach them and you can serve them. If you're not in business and you're a female leader, which is another category of women that I work with, then you want to be seen and heard because you have all this expertise that you want to contribute, that people need to know about, because it will help them to have a better life. It will help you will make impact. You have got knowledge that other people need to know. You have got experience that you need to share. And in order to do that, you need to start being visible. So this show is to encourage you to start being visible on LinkedIn. And in so doing, take advantage of all the great opportunities that comes from being visible on LinkedIn. So this is what this show is all about. And if you are tuning in for the first time, welcome. If you're tuning in from the second time, welcome. If you're tuning in for the third, fourth, fifth, however many times, welcome. I am so glad to have you here. I want you to say hello. That's how we like to do it on this show. I want you to drop a quick hello in the comments and let me know who you are and where in the world you are, because we have got people all over the world. I am streaming live right now on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and on YouTube. And if you are watching a replay, I want you to also drop in the comments where in the world you are watching from, because I would love to get to know you. I love to get to know who you are and where you are. Kerry is first in the house. Kerry is from Alberta, Canada. Hi, Kerry. Good to see you. Well, thanks for tuning in. So awesome to have you here. Keep on typing, because today, guys, we are talking about why you are struggling to generate business on LinkedIn. Now, this is part 3 of 3. To be honest, I've got enough to do this for another 2 more parts. But I'm just gonna keep it to this. I'm gonna round it up today, and then next week we'll talk about something else, right? But this is part 3 of 3, and we are talking about why you're struggling to generate business on LinkedIn. If you are struggling to generate business on LinkedIn, then you are going to want to listen up. You're going to want to listen up, because we started this series 2 weeks ago, and we covered several things there. And today we're going to touch on some more reasons why you're struggling to be visible on LinkedIn, why you're struggling to generate business on LinkedIn, and how you can overcome that. Because there's no point just highlighting the struggle, right? And not telling you how you can overcome it. That's kind of not fair, is it? Carlene from Houston, Texas. Hey, Carlene, good to see you. So I told you we've got people from all over the world. We've got America, we've got Canada. I'm in the UK, and I know I have people from Africa and all kinds of places that tune into this show. So everybody is welcome. Absolutely love having you here. Now, so this is the one I want to, so start being visible. Mildred Talabi, that's me. If you're wondering why there's a shiny reflective thing in my background, you're probably not wondering, but now I've brought it to your attention. Now you're wondering. This right here is my whiteboard, and my whiteboard is out. I'm not going to use it in today's session, but, and this is really important for you to know, if you want to learn how to build a business, a visible and profitable business on LinkedIn, then that whiteboard there is going to be part of how you're going to learn. Because tomorrow is the day. I am doing a free LinkedIn masterclass, which is called Visible and Profitable. This is an intense masterclass. We're going in for 4 hours. 4 hours. It's because I got stuff to share with you. I really want to help you take this step and get on this journey. So that's what this whiteboard is for, because I'm all setting up on the studio and stuff, because tomorrow, 11 a.m. GMT, we are going live with this, and we're going to go on this masterclass for 4 hours. So if you have not yet signed up, if you have not yet got your free ticket, you want to go to startbeingvisible.com/masterclass to get your ticket. Startbeingvisible.com/masterclass. We currently have 127 people registered to attend this event. So there's still room for you if you want to come, because you really don't want to miss out on this. Startbeingvisible.com Masterclass, and that is happening tomorrow. If you're watching this on replay, or you're in some part of the world where tomorrow is actually today or the day after or whatever it is, right? Just go by the dates. Wednesday, 10th of November, 11 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, UK time. If you don't yet have your ticket, go to startbeinvisible.com and make sure you sign up. General ticket is absolutely free, but if you upgrade to VIP, you get to have some time with me where you get to ask me questions about your business and get some answers. I'm going to do some hot seat LinkedIn profile coaching to give you feedback on your profile. And if you don't already have a copy of my awesome LinkedIn book, Start Being Visible, you get to have that too as VIP. But go to startbeinvisible.com/masterclass to find all of those details. Laurie, good morning from Alberta, Canada. Do you and Kerry know each other? Because you're like literally in the same place. I mean, maybe is it like how it is here? If someone's in London, someone else is North London and South London. It's London, but it's still far. Is that how it is, or do you two literally are you literally in the same place, Alberta, Canada? Do you know each other? If you don't, connect. But okay. Let's talk about what we're talking about today. And today we are talking about why you're struggling to generate business on LinkedIn. This is the final of a three-part series that I've been doing on this topic. Just as a quick recap, in case you missed the first two sessions, and in fact, if you did miss those first two sessions, you can either scroll through my LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn, this one's for you. It is super complicated to find previous lives on someone's profile because you have to scroll through and scroll through and scroll through. You should have a tab that just says lives, just like there's a tab for articles and there's a tab for posts. Have a tab that says lives so people can find it easy. So if you want to go through that effort of scrolling through my LinkedIn to find the previous sessions, you can, or you can go to my YouTube channel. You can find it on my YouTube channel because this is also broadcast on YouTube. It's so much easier to find it on YouTube. So go ahead and do that. Just type in Mildred Talabi, or I'll put the link in the chat at some point. So, why are you struggling to generate business on LinkedIn? Why are you struggling to generate business on LinkedIn? So, week one, we covered two things. Number one, you think it's supposed to be easy. You know, this whole idea that everything is supposed to be easy because everybody and their mum on the internet is making six figures in 6 minutes. So, if you're not making six figures in 6 minutes, something must be wrong with you because it's so easy for everybody else. Not the truth. It's not the truth. Business is hard, and that's okay. If it was easy, everybody will be doing it. There'll be more people in business than there are people employed. But the fact is that there isn't, The fact is, unfortunately, a lot of businesses fail in the first 3 years because business is hard. And there's other things that they haven't put in place. But that's why people fail in business, because it's hard. So when we get over this idea of it's supposed to be easy, and I'm one of those people who thought it's supposed to be easy, when you get over that idea and you embrace the fact that actually this stuff is hard, so that gives you like the grit you need to survive it for the long run. But anyway, I'm not going to go over that because we talked about that on week one. And that same week we also said the second reason is that you're buying into the old school mindset of cold outreach, where you're not trying to build relationships, you're just spamming people. I'm sorry, did I say spamming? I mean sending messages that nobody asks for into LinkedIn inboxes. That's what I really meant to say. You're sending people messages in their LinkedIn inbox that they didn't ask for, promoting your business and your services, and you're wondering why no one's responding, and you're wondering why people are disconnecting from you. So that is an old school method. Yes, cold sales outreach, it does work, it does have its purpose, but there's an even better way of doing things. And this is what I believe being visible is all about. I believe it's the better way of doing business. And that's why I am doing this free masterclass tomorrow about how you can build a visible and profitable business. So please make sure you don't miss out on that if you really want to dive deep on this topic. So that was week one, and then week two, we did this whole. I felt so cool, I felt so cool. I used a different whiteboard, but I would talk about this whole idea of the sigmoid curve, where when you start, I'm not gonna go over it today in detail, but just the whole idea that you must keep growing. Keep growing, keep learning, because if you don't, what goes up will eventually come down. No growth is forever going up and up. If you don't have some kind of intervention, every time you grow to a new level and you learn something new and there's a bigger version of you and you get into this place where it's all comfortable and it's all easy, if you don't then take yourself to the next level by intervening, by bringing in a coach, by reading a book, something else that will take you to the next level, the natural process from there is you go down. So we talked about this whole idea of not trying to DIY everything and also giving up when it's given up too easily. That was week 2. But again, go and check it out on YouTube if you really want to go in depth and see my amazing drawing. I should have been an artist. Yeah, right. So that was what we covered in week 1 and week 2. Today I want to talk about 2 more reasons. I told you in the beginning I had 10, so but I'm not gonna get through all 10. So I want to get through 2. Maybe I'll get through 3 today. Who knows? We'll see where we go with it. But listen, I want you to tell me in the comments as well. I want you to tell me what your struggles are. Because we can address that. What struggles are you having with your business, generating business on LinkedIn? What's the struggle? Is it audience? Is it profile? Is it that you don't know how to post content? Is it what is keeping you from generating business on LinkedIn in your perspective? I'd love to know. Write a short answer, write a long answer, whatever works for you. Because even if I can't read it at now, I will go and read it after, after we're done with this session. So write that in the comments. I'll definitely check it out. But okay, so reason number 5, why you're struggling to generate business on LinkedIn. Reason number 5. Now this one, oh my God, do I have personal experience of this or what? I'll tell you. But I tell you, reason number 5, why you're struggling to generate business on LinkedIn is because you want it too much. Oh my gosh. Yes, I did say that. You want it too much. You want it too much. Okay, how do I put this? How do I put this? Okay, so think of it like dating, right? Have you ever dated? Remember dating? Yeah, long time ago. I've been married for a long time, but a long, long time ago in the dating stuff, right? What happens when you are the one who is overly keen? So if there's one person in a relationship, potential future relationship, who is super keen, and there's somebody else who is not so keen, it tends to happen that the person who is not so keen then kind of starts to pull away from the one who is super keen because it's like, hey, you're coming on too strong, and it's like it's not cool. I am trying to explain this. Okay, let me take away dating. Let me explain it in a business sense. Basically, what I'm saying about when you want it too much is that when you want the clients so much, but usually, and it's usually because of a financial reason, because you've got bills to pay, you've got mortgage to take care of, you've got rent, whatever it is, you need the money. So you need the clients. You don't just want clients, you need clients. That is the most unattractive place that you can be in business, because what you actually do is you repel clients with that. When your future clients get the sense that you need them more than they need you, it's very, very off-putting and it's repelling. And I can tell you this from personal experience, right? I've been working for myself now full time, this time round, yeah, for almost 2 years, for close to 2 years. The first time I went to work for myself was about 10 years ago. Was the first time I left employment and I was like, I'm never working for anyone again. I'm going to be a full-time entrepreneur. And that was about 10 years ago, and yeah. So at the time I was doing a different business. I was doing something else around careers, career CVs, all of that kind of stuff. So I left, and the first month, it was good. No, no, before I even left, I had a job in housing and communications at the time. And I remember, like, at my leaving, kind of little leaving do, the chief executive of the company, she came along to my leaving do in my comms department, and she's like, we're so proud of Mildred, because we've had people leave. We have people leave all the time, but we've never had anyone leave, to just go and set up their own business. So, Mildred, we're proud of you and we're rooting for you. Because, me and my big mouth, right? I told everyone, like, yeah, I'm leaving and I'm never working for anyone else again. That's exactly what I told them. I had a good relationship with them. So it was a nice party, but it was really kind of like, I'm done with work. So anyway, she makes a speech and I leave. And hi Monica, good to see you. And I leave the workplace. Right. first month in business full time on my own, because at the time I was actually working part time for the organization, right? And I was doing my business on the side. I was side hustling, like you might be doing that. Okay, I side hustled eventually for about 12, 13 years before I went full time the second time round. But that first time round, I was side hustling, and I kept thinking, if I had, imagine if I had all the time in the world. Imagine if I could work on my business every single day for 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. Imagine if I could do that. Now, how much more money could I make? How much more clients can I take on? How much more business would I be able to generate? So that's the thought that eventually led me to leave that job and say I'm never working for anyone again. And so there I was on my first day, sitting down, my calendar opened, no clients, no business. So I'm like, okay, let me get busy. And I started getting busy. And the first month was kind of like, it was good. I got some clients come in. And then this tends to happen. And tell me if you can relate. If you can relate, I want you to drop in the comments, feast or famine. As a business owner, sometimes you have seasons where there is a feast. you know there is a feast, and you got loads of clients, there's money coming in the bank, you're making enough and everything is good. And then sometimes it dips. There's a famine. You got no clients. Nobody wants to know. No one's taking your calls. Those who take your calls, they're not buying. You get into the end of the sales calls and they're not buying, and they're not interested. And it's like you're looking at the bank account. That same bank account that looked so good the month before is now going down rapidly, and you have no idea how you're gonna fix it. And then you go out looking for clients. You know, this is what happens. So we go through this feast and a famine. If you've been there, drop in the comments, feast or famine. So I know it wasn't just me, right? So I had months where it was feast, and then I had more months in that time that I left where it was famine. This up and down. Now, what happened was that when I would then speak to potential clients and I would try and get new business from potential clients, I was coming on too strong. I needed them. I was looking at my bank account. I'm like, I need you to work with me, because if you don't, then I don't know how I'm going to pay my bills. My husband was working at the time, but it was like I needed to contribute as well. So it was like when you have that situation where it's feast or famine and you're desperate for the business, it is so off putting. And what happened in that period for me, and what tends to happen for most of us in that period, is that the more you want it, the less you have it. Because you're sending out all of these signals to your potential clients that you need them more than they need you. And what that does is, like, as a potential client, I'm thinking, well, if you need me so badly, then maybe you're not that good at what you're doing if you don't have any other clients. And then maybe it's all about the money for you. Are you actually gonna serve me properly? So all of this underlying stuff, you don't even have to say a single thing for this to come out in your behavior, in your body language, in the way that you communicate, in the way that you present yourself. That desperation is so off putting. So I put up a lot of people in that time. Ironically, when I needed them the most, I put up a lot of people, a lot of potential clients in that time. And I said, oh my God, never again. In fact, it wasn't me that said it, was my husband. He's like, listen, he's like, I know you want to be an entrepreneur and stuff, and I believe in you, but I think you should go back to work, because this feast famine thing is not working out, for now. Maybe you can be an entrepreneur again later, but for now, we need that stability of income. So I dragged my feet, but eventually I ended up working for a different organization. I ended up going back into work again and continuing my business on the side until I was in a place where I was able to leave properly. And now I am in that place where my business, I'm never working for anyone else again, but I have all the systems set up and I have the processes set up, and I don't need clients. That's financially I'm covered. It's great. It's wonderful. I actually love working with my clients. I love serving my clients. I love working one-to-one, group coaching, all of that kind of stuff. I love it. I don't need to do it. And there's a big difference. When you show up on LinkedIn where you don't need the clients, then you can truly serve your audience with your content. You can truly have a conversation with somebody in an inbox where you're not secretly thinking, are they going to become a client or not? When should I invite them onto a call? When should when should we take it to the next level? It's that kind of, all of those thoughts will slip away. It doesn't mean you're no longer conscious of the business stuff, because I have conversation. I can spot when somebody needs my help, but there's a I'm not in a rush. I'm not in a rush. So it's like you're dating somebody. You're not gonna go from first date to marriage in one conversation. Rarely does that happen, and for the marriage to actually work. So it takes time. But when you have that pressure of feast and famine, and I really need to make this thing work and I need the clients, that is what part of the reason that I found a lot of women that I worked with, or previously worked before they came to work with me, of course. you know, that's what was happening. And in that process, you are putting off your potential clients instead of drawing them to you. You're putting them up. So practical suggestion. I know you might not like this. I read a statistic the other day, especially if you're a coach. I read a statistic. It was like something about, I think it was like 80% of coaches never make more than like 20 grand a year from their coaching business, 20,000 a year. 80% of coaches. That is the vast majority. The vast majority don't make enough to live on month by month. You don't want that to be you. I'm not in that 80%, but I'm telling you, if you're not in a place yet where your business can fully sustain you, then please don't be like me. I was stubborn for 8 months back then. It took me a good 8 months of trying to make this thing work before I eventually went back into work and still doing my business on the side, but I side hustled until I was able to come out. If you're in a place where you desperately need the money, you desperately need the clients, then please, please, please take it from me. Consider getting a side job or something else that will pay you while you slowly build up your business to the place where it can actually sustain you. Because then what would happen is you will not be radiating this thing that is putting off potential clients. It's all on a subconscious level. You don't even have to say a thing, but you know. Just like when someone, an email lands in your inbox on LinkedIn and they haven't said anything directly about their services or prices. Have you ever had this? I get this every now and again. It'll be like, hi, Mildred. So how are things? From a random stranger. So in my head, I'm like, okay, because I've seen so many of these, I know what's coming next. You're gonna try and engage me in a conversation, and then the one after I reply, you're gonna pitch me something. Sure enough, more times than not, that's what happens. Because people can spot it. We can see it from miles. You're not deceiving anyone. So in the same way, when you are desperate for the business, your potential clients can see it, they can feel it from you, and that is repellent. That repels them. It acts as a repellent, and I don't want that to be the case for you. I want you to make sure that you've got your basic needs covered and then focus on building your business to a place where it's profitable. So where you go from being visible to profitable. And this is what I specialize in doing. This is what I love helping my ladies. And I call them my ladies. I love every single one I work with. My visible women tribe ladies. I love them all. So this is what I like to do. Help you build a visible and profitable business on LinkedIn. And that is why I have got this event that I'm doing tomorrow. It's an absolutely free LinkedIn masterclass called Visible and Profitable. I'm going to be sharing with you so much more, but really the principles and also the practical stuff about how you can use this awesome platform that is LinkedIn to build a business where you are visible, where your personal brand is what people buy into, and then you don't have to radiate this desperation that puts people off, because when they come to you, they want to work with you and only you. They don't just want any coach. They don't just want like, oh, let me just see who's available. Oh, she's just available. She's the cheapest or whatever. It's like, no. And this is how a lot of my clients that work with me, they come to me. They say, Mildred, I've been following you for a while, and now I'm ready to be visible. So I am not the only LinkedIn trainer, coach, whatever you want to put it, LinkedIn guru, whatever. There's loads. Tap it in on LinkedIn. There's thousands, tens of thousands even. But there's only one Mildred Talabi, just like there's only one you. So when you build a strong, solid personal brand, you absolutely have what it takes to then build a business that is both visible and profitable. So you don't have to radiate this repellent thing that's putting off your ideal clients. So startbeinvisible.com/masterclass. That's where you need to go to register for free. It's a free 4-hour masterclass. If you haven't registered already, go there and register. And if you want to upgrade to VIP so we can get more into your personal business, go and do that. It's 47 quid, you know. I mean, that's like a fraction, even not even a fraction of what it costs for like an hour of my time. So 47 quid, you get a signed copy of my book with it as well. Opportunity to ask me questions, and also I'll give you some hot seat coaching around your LinkedIn profile on the day. So go to startbeinvisible.com/masterclass. And if you've already signed up, let me know in the comments. Tell me, yes, I'm going to be there, Mildred, because I've got, last count was about 127 people signed up, you know. So we're going to have a full house. It'll be fun. You'll enjoy it. And you'll get to see this whiteboard in action tomorrow. And I know I promised you 2 things today. Oh my God, I got caught up. I only shared one. But you know what? I'm seriously considering. No, I'm not going to do a part 3. We're just, you know what? I might bring up some more of it in the masterclass tomorrow. There we go. Samantha, bonjour from France. Bonjour from France. Samantha says, fully agreed. Putting off is easy. Good strategy. Experience that. Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah, no, totally. It's so easy to do, isn't it? Without knowing that you're doing it, you know, because when it's all up in your mind, and I get it. And here's the thing, when you are hungry, you cannot be creative. It's very difficult to be fully creative. You can get creative and ideas on how to and be resourceful and all of that. But when you're just trying to create and imagine the kind of life that you want and slowly like attract clients and all of that kind of stuff, it's hard to do when you've got the pressure of bills on your back, when you've got the pressure of I need to make some money on you. When you've got all of that, it's really difficult to do. So ease the pressure and give yourself room to be creative. So that is the talk for today. That is the talk for today. But if you come along to my session tomorrow at startbeinvisible.com/masterclass, then you will get to hear a whole lot more about how you can build a visible and profitable business for yourself. So I was gonna say au revoir. Samantha, it's been a long time since I did French. In fact, French GCSEs, I got like a D. It was the lowest grade I got in anything. You know, everything else was like A to C's. And then French, I had a French teacher, Miss Mashriki. She always used to be like, Mildred, stop talking. Anyway, I'm digressing. I'm gonna go, and you gotta go. And if you're coming tomorrow to the masterclass, I want you to drop it in the comment. Tell me, yes, Mildred, I'll be there so I can look out for you tomorrow. Okay. Samantha says, yes, I am. We'll see you tomorrow. And I shared. Awesome. Laurie says, great tips, Mildred. Thank you. Thank you, Laurie, for sticking with me. Is that a French name? Is that a French surname, Laurie? You know, because we have a French crowd in the house as well as a Canadian crowd. I love it. I love it. Anyway, I'm gone. Have a great afternoon. Have a great morning. And for those of you who are coming to the masterclass tomorrow, I will see you then. Okay? All right. Take care. And remember to always start